When you say every device available, would that include involving the monarch?
No, I think that's, I have to say, one of my duties as a Member of Parliament is to avoid drawing the monarch into politics.
In extremis, the Queen would have to sack him. The Queen isn't a decorative extra. She actually has a number of key reserve powers, and one of them is the prerogative of appointing prime ministers, and also getting rid of prime ministers who no longer have the support of the House of Commons.
Once you invoke Article 50, it is a one-way street to the exit. My view is that the position is quite clear, that once you have invoked Article 50, the only way in which you could stay in would be a decision of the European Council in which you don't participate, which said that notwithstanding that, they were prepared to, in a sense, collectively and unanimously allow you to stay in, because otherwise you're going. That's a clear wording of Article 50.
I have to say, I think there's quite a lot to suggest that it is reversible, that at any time until the date that we leave, we could change our mind and decide, if we wanted to remain.
Actually leaving the EU and invoking Article 50 doesn't need a vote of Parliament, because it's an international treaty obligation. So it could be done by the government without Parliament's consent.
I have to say, I always thought that this would be the likely outcome of the court case. There is, of course, as far as I can see, James will correct me if I've got this wrong, actually nothing in the treaties to indicate that you have to pay a penny on departure.
And it was always going to be a question of how much we should pay, disentangling ourselves from international obligations which were always going to require a substantial payment to be made under customary international law.
And if we consider that we do vote to leave, I understand that there has to be a vote in Parliament, and I would just be interested in the views of the panel as to whether they believe that members of Parliament would actually vote for Brexit.
Thank you. Dominic?
Yes, of course we would. As a parliamentarian, I entirely accept that we would have to accept the will of the public and try to put together some Brexit arrangement for our future.